Hello, welcome to Code Rhetoric with Tam Talk. In this segment, we will be discussing our ICD-10 guidelines, locating a code in the ICD-10 CM. Our guideline can be located in Section 1 under Conventions, General Coding Guidelines, and Chapter-Specific Guidelines, letter B, number 1. Locating a code in the ICD-10 CM. To select a code in the classification that corresponds to a diagnosis or reason for visit documented in the medical record, first locate the term in the Alphabetic Index and then verify the code in the tabular list. Read and be guided by the instructional notations that appear in both the Alphabetic Index and the tabular list. So, to continue with locating the code in the ICD-10 CM, the guideline further states that it is essential to use both the Alphabetic Index as well as your tabular list when locating and assigning a code. The Alphabetic Index does not always provide the full code. It is just the area that helps you get into the community, as I like to call it. So the selection of the full code, including laterality in any applicable seventh character, can only be done in the tabular list. A dash at the end of an alphabetic index entry signifies it is necessary to refer to the tabular list to verify that no seventh character is required. Being from the ICD-9 era, where we've used it for so long that a lot of the coders, we know those codes by heart. With ICD-10, our manual or our codes have like tripled. So it is very important that when we're looking up our code in the alphabetic index that we always go back to the tabular list to confirm. The guideline states that we've included the full laterality of the code, and to ensure that there isn't a seventh character that must be assigned to that code that we have located in the alphabetic index. So again, because ICD-10 is way more detailed than ICD-9, it is important that you always start off in your alphabetic index and confirm your code in the tabular list. Are you confused? Let me provide some simple steps to help you locate your ICD-10 code. Some of you may ask, well, how do I even start? So let's take a crash course lesson in English. I use this methodology when I started learning how to assign or locate my ICD-10 codes in the ICD-10 CM manual. So my first step is to locate the main term, what I would like to also call our subject or noun. The second step is to find the adjective, which are the words or terms that describe the main term or our subject. So if we look at our example of abdominal pain, our main term is pain, and our adjective is abdominal. Most coders, those who are new to coding, may want to go with abdominal as their main term because we're in healthcare. That would be incorrect, because pain is what is the issue that's being described, or it is the diagnosis that was assigned to the patient by the healthcare provider. Abdominal just identifies what type of pain or the anatomical location of that pain. So again, our abdominal describes the type of pain or the anatomical location of the pain. Therefore, our pain is our main term. That's the issue that we're dealing with, or the patient is presenting to the office or to see the doctor for. And the abdominal just describes where the pain is located. So in our book steps, we're going to locate pain in the alphabetic index. Once located, we're going to scroll down the list and locate the type of pain. And in this scenario, we will look for abdominal. So based upon these steps, the correct ICD-10 CM code should be R10.9. So let's try another one. The patient has been diagnosed with newborn atelectasis. Our main term is atelectasis. Our adjective is newborn. So when we apply our book steps, we're going to look up atelectasis and then go down to newborn. Our ICD-10 code should be P as in Paul 28.10. Okay, so let's take it a step further. So we're going to have the same diagnosis. However, the atelectasis was due to resorption. So again, our main term is atelectasis. Our adjective or our adjectives are newborn and then due to resorption. So when we apply our book steps, again, we're going to start with atelectasis because that is the main term or the main issue. We're going to go to newborn because it describes the atelectasis. And we have newborn atelectasis due to resorption. So based upon those book steps, our ICD-10 code should be P as in Paul 2811. So our coding tips for locating an ICD-10 code or diagnosis code is first, determine the main term, also known as the subject. Second, determine the adjective or the word or words that describes the main term. Then you will locate your diagnosis in the Alphabetic Index. Once your code has been located, you will go back to your table list to confirm the specificity. This concludes our segment on locating the diagnosis code. To learn more, please subscribe to my website at www.abrahammedicalcodingcoachllc.com. And while you're there, please visit our blog at What's the 411 with Coding. To get in contact with me, please email me at abrahammedicalcodingcoach@gmail.com. Thank you.